Yo, what's up, YouTube? This is the Who Mass podcast. It is I, Samil, and I'm here with Conan.
What's up, people?
Today, we're discussing the long-awaited Super Mario Brothers movie. Super Mario Bros. Movie. Super Mario is one of the most iconic video game characters in existence. His first appearance was back in 1981 in the game Donkey Kong, and he's been in countless games ever since then. Like, who hasn't heard of Mario these days? Now, before we get started, don't forget to ground pound that like button.
This guy.
Now, let's rewind a second. Conan, back when you first heard the Mario movie was in development, what was your reaction to that information?
I'm pretty sure they announced that Illumination was a part of it, so that was like a big red flag for me, because Minions,
True.
and yeah, I wasn't looking forward to it,
You said you were
especially
not?
after the Sonic. Yeah, I wasn't, because
Mm.
with the Sonic movie, I'm not a big fan of it, and if you put Illumination with Nintendo and Mario, yeah, it's not.
Mm.
But I was wrong. I was wrong. Spoiler alert.
Okay, because for me, I didn't have like high hopes for the movie, but I was like a little bit optimistic because there have been good video game adaptations this time around, not like how it was back in the days where most video game movies were bad. Examples of like current day would be like Netflix kind of Castlevania animated series, Cyberpunk End Runners, and Arcane. Yo,
Alright, we just gotta exclude season 3 of Castlevania. But you're good. You're good.
yeah, that one was a little scuffed, but when you look at the big picture of Castlevania, it was pretty good. But yo, Arcane though gives me chills every time I think about it. But we're not going to talk about that right now. We can talk about Arcane another time. Anyway, back on track with the Mario Bros. Movie. So anyway, so because of there being successful video game adaptations these times around, I was a bit more optimistic. So I kept an open mind, but I wasn't like hype or anything like that. But time passed, and then Nintendo ended up announcing the voice actors who's going to be in it. They even had a whole direct for it and all that. So they wanted to build even more hype around it. And me personally, when the voices got announced, I thought it was interesting. And I thought Jack Black as Bowser was a pretty cool pick. So and there was some other interesting picks too, but there was a controversial pick with Chris Pratt as Mario. People were kind of shivering a little bit. They're like, "Yo, what's going on here?" What were you feeling when you heard which the voice got
Shivering.
announced?
I don't know. Jack Black, obviously, best choice for Bowser, to me at least. Chris Pratt, I wasn't expecting it, and I wasn't looking forward to it, especially when they showed the first teaser. But that's like going ahead, so I'm gonna
Yeah.
keep it at the
Um.
reveal of the voices. I didn't
Uh,
know who the Luigi guy was. He's from The Office, right, or something like that. I don't know.
um. Wait. Hold on. Let me look that up real quick. Luigi. Oh, I think he was from It's Always Sunny.
Yeah, something like that. I don't know. Something I don't watch.
Yeah, he was. Yeah. He was. He is that guy. Yeah. He did good as Luigi. Yeah, he did
Yeah,
pretty
he's
good
good
as
in the
Luigi.
movie, but like I'm talking about like when they first revealed it. I didn't know who any of these people were except for Toad and Jack Black and Chris Pratt. So like, eh, it was gonna be a surprise for me.
Yeah, they definitely were interesting picks back when I seen it, and I kind of raised my eyebrow a bit. I was like, all right, let's see where this is going. Oh, and we can't forget about all the memes that popped up with Chris Pratt being cast as Mario. It was pretty interesting. Now anyway, fast forward a bit. Let's start talking about the movie. So, let's talk about the plot. Uh, it was pretty simple, nothing too crazy. Uh, but it does show Mario's and Luigi's origin story and whatnot. Uh, so what were your thoughts on like the origin, on like they're showing their origin story?
Way more faithful and better than the Sonic movie. But yeah, I feel like they got the most development, which should happen since they're the main characters.
Yeah, I definitely thought that that was an interesting take, and it was it was not out of it wasn't like out of nowhere either, like to where they do something like cringe or whatnot. Like they 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 were plumbers and then they had a job. It was a little wacky or whatever. I think they did a good job with it. And then their transition from that into the Mushroom Kingdom, they did like a little isekai type of deal. But of course it made sense because Mario, the whole thing is about warp pipes, so it was pretty easy and seamless of how they went from like, okay, you got Brooklyn and then they're going to the Mushroom Kingdom, uh and then uh
I'm
then
surprised they showed their mom and dad too, the family.
oh yeah, I was not expecting that. I thought it was just gonna be Mario and Luigi, but
Yeah, because like for the longest of time, all the Nintendo fans were like Yoshi raised them or whatever.
oh
Or
yeah,
I don't know. I never played Yoshi Story, so
I was just about to say that, like, when you got Baby Mario, Baby Luigi, and then it's like Yoshi's Island. I haven't played that game, so I don't know too much. I saw a little bit of speed running of it, but I don't know much.
I get Tri-Hex.
Yeah, yeah, back in the day. But uh,
Mm.
when it comes to like the overall plot, I know we talk about the beginning, but when it comes to like the overall plot, Bowser comes through. He takes the superstar, and then he reveals his plan is to uh, try to marry Peach and flex on her with the superstar, and to so he could take over the whole kingdom with her. Uh, to me, as a gamer, oh, and as a Mario fan, it 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 made sense and it was faithful to the source material. But then I took a step back and I was thinking, to somebody, even if it might not be too likely, but if somebody doesn't know about Mario at all, and then I guess even more likely if they only know like a little bit about Mario, they just know that he likes stomping Koopas. Um, like, would Bowser's motivation really click with them? Would it just seem kind of weird? I had to do a little bit of thinking about that because when I was watching the movie, it all made sense to me. I was like, oh yeah, you're doing this and you're doing that. Bowser, he's up to his little schemes, trying to get with Peach and whatnot. It all just kind of made sense. What were your thoughts when you heard Bowser reveal his plan?
I was surprised they went with that this early, because I'm pretty no, I'm pretty sure they did the whole Bowser Loves Peach thing before Odyssey, but Mario Odyssey was like the first time where they went full force with it, like the marriage thing, to my
Like,
knowledge at least.
like it was the first time they explicitly like made that clear, like that was his motivation.
Yeah, because like that suit in the movie is from Odyssey. I'm pretty sure that's the first time it was like in a game. Because I
Mm.
know in Mario Sunshine, yeah, it was like he told Bowser Jr. and that's his mom, but there was never like a marriage plot in the Mario game, as far as I know.
Hmm.
But yeah,
It, I would
I
have
was
to look
surprised
into
they
that.
went with that.
Yeah,
I thought
well,
they were gonna do like Bowser first meets Peach or something.
I didn't really speculate on on how they were gonna make Bowser's specific motivations, but obviously guessing, I was like, okay, Bowser's gonna be a bad guy. He's gonna kidnap Peach, and then Mario saves her at the end. But they kind of did a spin on that. Um, Basically, Luigi's the prisoner, and then Peach and Mario go to save him with DK's help. But yeah, it's not too far off. It's still got the standard building blocks to the Mario story there. Um, oh, but when Bowser does reveal his plan to his soldiers, I found it funny to where he wasn't taking any questions. Somebody raised their hand, gave their 2 cents. He was like, "Nah." He said, "Mods, clean up the chat," and that guy was gone from the world of the living and became a dry bones. I was like, I'm not gonna lie, I laughed at that part.
Yeah, that's pretty funny.
Yeah, there was a lot of funny moments, and every time Bowser was on screen, it was a good scene. He was pretty funny with how he was interacting with everybody and whatnot. Um,
Especially Kamek.
oh yeah, uh, Yeah, the comedy in the movie was really good. Definitely. The even the Bowser singing, like sometimes movies will have singing moments and it'll be a little cringe, and even though it's purposely supposed to be like that, but in Bowser's singing moments, it was pretty funny. And Jack Black, he knows he has the vocals, so it worked out and it was pretty funny. Uh and
Wait,
also,
are we on the comedy portion right now?
I mean, we don't have to follow the script 100%. We're kind of flowing around, you know what I'm saying? A little bit of rambling here and there, but I mean, you could throw in whatever you're thinking about right now. What's up?
Yeah, the comedy was on point to me, except for sometimes it didn't land. Like when Mario was talking to Peach and it was like, "I'll buy you a turtle," and then Donkey Kong was like, "That's how you flirt?" Like, come on, it
uh,
wasn't. It was kind of corny.
yeah, that one
Well,
was,
it was not funny to me. Like he had his moments, but for the most part, just a crackhead.
yeah, yeah, that one was more on the eh, I don't, I didn't laugh at that part, but I mean, it was okay. But Donkey Kong definitely did have a lot of funny moments, and when he was
Oh
like
yeah,
messing with Mario,
especially in
but
the L.
yeah.
It's like your dad's right.
Yo, I started dying. Yeah, Mario and DK had like a lot of like the scenes would just write themselves almost with like how they interact. If they did well, I was about to start talking about sequels. That could be like a whole ass segment right there. I think we're gonna say that for later, but yeah, a lot of good funny moments. And speaking of moments, we brought up DK already. We might as well talk about the fight scenes. There were some good fight scenes in the movie, or well, action scenes too, because if you rewind a bit, the training scene where Peach brings out the obstacle course for Mario to go through, it wasn't fighting, but that was still a cool scene. It's
True.
yeah, it explained the power ups. uh they didn't say why they came out of blocks, but they did explain the power-ups, and it showed how Mario learns how to traverse the world and how he's gets super strength and all that. And they establish early on that Peach also has hands and that she has abilities, which I thought was cool that they how they showed that and established that. uh and I thought that was pretty cool. Low key.
I don't
Wait, what?
I don't know why, but when Peach did the first like the training course, the first thing that came to my head was like speed running for some reason. I don't know.
Oh yeah, that would be cool if they dropped speedrunning references. I guess that's some of the few references they didn't do. Like if Mario did like a BLJ or something like that, that would have been pretty funny.
True. That'd be nice.
Yeah, I guess because this movie had 1,000,001 references in it. Maybe in the sequel they could have some speedrunning references or like the infinite stairs. Yeah, they didn't have the infinite stairs.
Could
Uh,
have put cheese in it.
they got to put what?
Cheese in it.
Oh, cheese. Um, okay, let's talk about the characters real quick. Uh, Favorites and least favorites. You said that you were not a fan of Toad. Is that Captain Toad or is he just like Toad?
I think it's Toad.
Oh, well,
I mean Captain Toad. My bad.
oh yeah, well, by default, I guess he's my least favorite of the main characters. But I mean, I didn't hate him or anything. I liked him. But just it's almost like by default because all the other characters were well, even him were really shining and all that. But by default, I guess I would say he's my least favorite. But when it comes to my favorite, um, the characters were really likable. I mean, I don't know if I could definitively say that one of them was my favorite. I mean, Bowser was really dope. Peach was really dope. Mario was really dope. Luigi didn't have as much screen time, but he was still cool. And then he had his moment in the sun at the end, fighting alongside Mario. I don't know. It's
True.
difficult.
Um, my favorite characters were the Luma, Luigi, and Bowser. I thought Luigi's voice acting was on point. Jack Black was on point as Bowser, and the Luma
We
that
can't
was
forget
huh?
about DK either. He was really good.
Oh yeah, DK too. But the Luma, the emo Luma, that was hilarious.
Yeah, yo, he was working for Bowser for free. Like he was torturing the inmates without getting a paycheck. Like, bruh, how are you gonna do that?
Yeah.
Can you think of because so far we've just been like praising the movie for the most part. Could you think like what critiques do we have on the movie? Like, I
Uh, One for me was that sometimes the comedy didn't land.
for me like
Everything else,
the
what were you saying?
the comedy was landing for me like probably 95 to 98% of the time. There was one time well, yeah, there was a moment that you said when they were like teasing Mario, the Mario Kart part. I guess that part was like so, but there was one part to where to where I was like, okay, this is like a little bit too far because throughout the whole movie, Chris Pratt was doing a really good job with Mario and whatnot. But there was only one time when I thought that he did one Mamma Mia too many, and and
Oh
it was
yeah.
when he did the backflip, or no, it wasn't really a backflip, but it was when he dodged the bullet bill, the nuke level bullet bill that was shooting towards the castle when he flipped over and said "Mamma Mia." I was like, okay, that one time it felt like he went overboard, but before seeing the movie, I was kind of thinking there might be uh more Mamma Mia misuses, but it was only one time to where I was almost like, okay, you're almost crossing the line, dude. But it like I think it was just like so well handled, and the voice acting was pretty good. So I mean, yeah, there's not many negative things I have to say about the movie. Do you have more or
Mm, no, not really.
hmm? Well, I back to the positives real quick. Uh, Needless to say, yes, the art and animation was really good. I like the facial expressions. I like the colors and how everything flowed together when the characters are moving and jumping around. Like it's really cool to look at. Uh, Very detailed and energetic.
Oh
Um,
wait,
what?
I agree with that. But back to the negatives. Not really a negative.
Mhm.
I don't really like Peach's voice. I know she can't talk like the high pitched voice from the game, but I don't know. I don't think the voice they chose was a good one.
I thought it was good, but I mean, what would be? I know asking like off the top of your head, but what kind of voice do you think would have been a better pick, or do you not have one at the moment?
I don't think I have one.
All right, maybe if we make another Mario Bros. Video, you'll have one that time. But maybe we'll throw that in the back pocket for next time. Uh,
Speaking of voices, though,
uh-huh.
Chris Pratt, yeah, I don't think he was that bad as people thought. Because I forgot he was the voice like
Yeah,
5 minutes in the movie.
yeah, yeah, I would say he did a really good job. Yeah, all the Chris Pratt deniers are gonna have to have that seat and apologize to this man, uh, because he knocked it out the park, except for that one Mamma Mia. But yeah, pretty good.
Nah, he said the Mamma Mia thing at least like twice. I'm
No,
pretty sure they recycled that joke.
yeah, but I was saying there was only one time when I felt he did it too much, and it was when he dodged the giant bullet bill. But the other ones felt pretty fine. They felt fine. Natural Mamma Mia usage. Uh, and so let's talk about the ending. We can talk about the ending. It was pretty standard. You had the final fight. Mario, he was in a defeated state, but then he ended up getting the courage to get back up and join the fight. He ends up fighting Bowser alongside Luigi. They take the star and then they wombo combo his ass, and then happy ending. Oh, I guess the one crazy part was that after Mario did dodge the bullet bill, to where they ended up Bowser's ship ends up traveling through the pipe dimension into Brooklyn. At first, I thought At first, I was like, did a dimensional merge happen or something like that? But I think it was just Bowser's ship that went through, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So I think, yeah, and I think that was solidified because at the end of the movie, the credits and whatnot, it shows Mario and Luigi going towards the Mushroom Kingdom, and it did not look like the regular Earth and whatnot. So I mean, regular Brooklyn. So, uh,
Wait, are
but
we giving thoughts about the ending or what?
oh
Or
yeah,
this is just like a summary?
do you have any comments on the ending? Any more?
Uh, since the ship went to Earth and the humans saw a giant fire-breathing turtle, are they just chill about it or what? And how did Bowser get back to there?
Uh,
Does it,
yeah, I guess they kind of did take that better than what I would have thought. I mean, they were just like, "Yo, Mario, you saved the day," but maybe they were just used to seeing crazy stuff like that in Brooklyn. Maybe that's
that's
not a
insane.
what?
I said that's insane. Like
Yeah,
usually, I like when stories like divide Earth and like the cartoon shit. But I mean, hey, that's a Miyamoto.
yeah. Maybe they'll, if there is a sequel, maybe they'll dive into that. And speaking of sequels, I guess we could talk about possible sequels because I know that
Oh, wait, not yet, not yet.
what.
Oh, the Bowser swing, dude. They took forever to do that. Like I thought they were gonna do it at the wedding, but they didn't. Then they went to New York and they were
Oh,
just
so he
fighting.
does the spin. He grabs him by the tail and spins him out.
Yeah, I was like, when are they gonna do it? Cause you have to do that shit. Like,
Oh
I
yeah,
don't know.
definitely. Oh, the one of the references they missed. Why didn't he say "so long, gay Bowser"? Yo,
God,
that's a
stupid.
L. That's a L. Yo,
That's the
man.
big L.
Yo, he should have said that. Why didn't he say it? I wanted Mario to say it. But anyway, we couldn't have everything. Uh, but even though he didn't say "so long, gay Bowser," I honestly think that the movie, after watching it, I think it's A, either an A rating or an S. I think I have to rewatch the movie to solidify it as a S because there was just uh like all the references and everything like that, and I don't know. I need to rewatch it, but I think it was really good. Like as a Mario fan, like I watched it and then like I understood everything that was happening and what was on screen and stuff like that. So I I didn't because there are, I don't know if you guys seen it, but like on like the critics are not too happy with the movie. Like Rotten Tomatoes, they have it was like at what, like 54, 55% by the critics, but then the audience was like 98% saying that it is good. And I would agree with the audience. It felt really good, and I don't have too many negative things to say about it. I have a lot of good things to say about it. So I mean, as of right now, I'm thinking A. I would have to rewatch it, and then maybe I'll find more negatives. But at the moment, I would say this is a A-rated movie. It also has high rewatchability. I'm super hyped for a sequel and to go rewatch it. So I mean, what would you rate the movie? What grade would you give it?
I'll give it an A plus. Mostly cause the comedy just wasn't landing sometime. So it's not a perfect movie, but overall it's like one of the best video game movies I've seen.
Yeah,
Way better
definitely.
than Sonic Movie 1 and Detective Pikachu.
I haven't seen Sonic Movie 1 or Detective Pikachu. I need to though, but based off of what you said, I I think I could agree. Uh, you have some qualms with those other movies. Yeah,
Oh yeah, no, speaking of the reviews, yeah. So I read some of them, they were pretty not good.
I
Like
think
I think
we,
one person was like this is definitely a movie for kids. Like no shit. What do
oh,
you mean?
but something at least with me, when I hear someone say, "Oh, this movie is just for kids," I think of like a movie that's like boring, drags on, too many cringe moments. I think, but with the Mario movie, with the Super Mario Bros. Movie, it feels like it has stuff for a lot of age groups, especially if you're familiar with Mario at all. Like I think because like they were saying kill in the movie, I wasn't expecting that, and the type of jokes and how cruel they made Bowser, like the Luma talking about I can't wait till I die and all that stuff. uh, I
Oh
think that it
yeah,
has appeal to multiple age groups.
at the marriage, she was like, "I'm gonna sacrifice him for you."
Oh yeah,
It
yo, Bowser was
was
doing
random.
yeah, he Bowser's like, I'm gonna do some human sacrifices. Like, how is that for kids? Or how's that only for kids? Um, uh,
That shit caught me off guard.
yeah, Bowser was straight up unhinged in this movie. That is true to the source material. I mean, Bowser's not really talking in the Mario games, but you could feel that that's something that he would say.
True,
Uh,
but yeah, I give it a A plus.
You know what? For now, I did say A, but I guess I could be a little more detailed. I guess I probably would say A plus as well. No, you know what? I'm gonna stick to my guns. It's a S. It's a S. If I downgrade it from S, I'd be a little surprised. But yeah, that movie's a S. Quote me. That the movie's a S. Yo, it was OD. That movie was OD. There's also has high rewatchability and all that. So yeah, I would say it definitely hits the S ranking criteria. Real quick, I guess we could do a possible sequel segment. Uh, so with how the movie ended, I think we have room for so many types of sequels. One of them, well, I was thinking off the top of my head, they were showing Illuma, and they already established that there's multiple worlds. Peach even said there's such a big world out there and whatnot. So you low key have like a multiverse type of thing, or even if it's not a multiverse, it's even if it's one universe connected through pipes and all that stuff. It's like I think that would be easy to go into a Mario Galaxy angle for the next Mario movie and introduce Rosalina. I know that you were saying something about Mario Sunshine being a possible sequel.
Yeah, so basically Mario would want to go on vacation, and you'll end up in Delfino Plaza and have to clean it up because they think he's doing stuff, but he's not.
Oh yeah, and you even mentioned about introducing Bowser Jr.
Oh yeah, that would be kind of like you said. It would be kind of weird for Bowser to tell Bowser Jr. that that's his mom, but it would be funny.
Yeah, yo, it would be super funny, especially because he just got shot down in the first movie. He's gonna be super down bad. They find out he was telling Bowser Jr., "Oh, Peach is your mother." That was that easy comedy writing itself. Yo, um,
True.
and then
I could see them doing a sequel where they introduce the Koopalings too, because we didn't see them.
oh yeah, you're gonna see my
But
boy
I'm not a
Roy.
fan of them.
Oh, Roy's the only cool one.
Roy's the one with the glasses, right? And like the
Yeah,
purple. So yeah,
yeah.
he's cool. I freaking hate Iggy. He's ugly.
I thought Iggy was your favorite one. Nah.
Hell
Uh
no.
Kidding. But anyway, oh, and then also if the next movie, if they bring in Waluigi, Wario, easy comedy right there. Those are some fan favorites. Yo, if they bring in Daisy, easy S tier. Easy S no, that's a S plus if Daisy's in the sequel. But anyway, don't
Wait,
let me get sidetracked. What?
I'm gonna make a quick prediction. Since Bowser came to New York, I bet you that Wario and Waluigi are gonna get together and find the warp thing, the warp pipe in New York, and then they're gonna go there. That's what I think is gonna happen.
Hmm. Interesting prediction. Oh, I guess that would make sense too, because they're always like scheming something if they find it. Yeah, definitely. I could see that. Yeah, unless there's anything else, I think that's about it for this one. You got
Wait,
anything
they
else?
didn't put Pauline in this movie, right?
Oh no, they did. She was on the news early on in the beginning.
Oh damn, I
I
missed
mean,
her.
she was on the TV. Yeah, yo, that's what I'm saying. There was so
Wait,
many
so is that
cameos throughout the movie. You have to look at that shit with a microscope to catch all of them.
wait, did they say if it was Mario's ex-girlfriend?
Mm,
Or they removed that lore?
I don't think they mentioned that. I don't
Oh,
remember, but I think that they just showed her on TV. Yeah, there's
damn,
so
they
many.
just killed the Mario lore. First it said Donkey Kong is Cranky Kong's son, and now Pauline doesn't know Mario. Come on now.
Yeah, I would have to go back and look at it, but yeah, if that is so, then rip. But yeah, there's so many cameos and references. Oh yeah, they even had the DK rap in here. Shout out to Grant Kirkhope, bruh. Yo, they
Oh yeah,
even
they
had.
didn't put his name in the credits.
Oh yeah, yo, how are they gonna do that? I think it just said
Yeah,
that it was from DK64. They didn't shout out the goat.
yeah. But there was something else I was about to say. Oh yeah, there was like the Star Fox artwork in Mario's room, and he was playing like Kid Icarus.
Oh
That was
yeah,
cool.
that was another
And
cool
the
reference.
restaurant was named like Punch Out or something. Punch Out Pizzeria, I think.
Oh yeah, and then you can't forget about the original Mario voice actor. They had him in there as a cameo.
Oh yeah, and Luigi's ringtone with the GameCube. That was nice.
Yeah, yo, there's just too many to count, too many to count. Maybe in a later video we'll talk about some of the references. And then in another video we might even talk about and go more in depth into the critics what they think of the Mario movie because uh most of this most of this discussion I was just kind of praising everything I liked about it, but just like how cilantro tastes like soap to some people, this movie might be some crap to some people. So we're gonna have to dive into the other side to see what they think, perhaps in another video. Let us know in the comments, and we'll see you next time. Peace.
Later.